Hi everybody, hope that everybody's doing really well. Welcome back to Drift and Drive. This is my first fly that I'm going to show on this channel, and it is a very easy fly to tie. So if you are new into fly tying and you just started off fly tying, this is the right fly sort of to start with, and it is an absolute deadly fly. I call it the Orange River Slayer, the Van der Kloof Slayer. It works really well in the Orange River, and I tie it with a light pink bead in the Orange River. But I've lately used it on the Vaal River, just after the floods, and I've made a video about that, and this was one of the flies that really produced quite a lot of fish. So in a little bit more murky water, you would fish the silver bead. You can fish it from a 2.3, 2.5 or a 3mm bead. Normally that would sort of cover all the flows of water. So I'm going to tie this for you with a 3mm jig off bead, silver bead. The hook that I'm going to use is a grip 14037BL hook, and then I'm going to use nano silk, a 12-0 black nano silk. So yeah, without further ado, let's quickly start tying this fly, show you guys how to tie it. Okay, for the tail, I'm going to use Glow Bright number 5, the Glow Bright material. Try and wrap it right on top, like you can see there, right on top there on the hook shank, and try and keep it on top of the hook shank there as you go backwards towards the bend of the hook. Just try and keep it. I lift it up so that it stays nicely on top of the hook shank, that it doesn't turn around. And with this fly, I'm only going to go halfway down the shank of the hook, and you'll see why. So for the dubbing, or firstly, before I put the dubbing on, I'm going to put a silver rip on. So just a small silver rip wire. This is actually a medium rip, but you can also use a small rip wire. So I'm just going to, doesn't really matter at this stage. I'm just adding that in and securing that. And keep the material that you put on, try and keep it the same length as what the hook is, so that you can build it up, and that's nice, a nice tapered body. And that's what you're looking for. I'm always looking for a nice tapered body, because you'll see most of the insects you see will have sort of a tapered body from the tail up to the thorax. Okay guys, I'm only going to use 2 dubbings. The 2 dubbings I'm going to use is a UV black ice dub, and then also a purple UV dub purple. So it's only those 2 dubbings that you're going to use. I'm going to take some dubbing out and just dub it. I just wet my fingers a little bit so that I can get a little bit more grip on the material, and I'll just start dubbing it very sparsely. So just make sure you don't put too much dubbing on it, just really sparsely. And you'll see now the reason behind stopping here in the middle of the shank of the hook. So now I'm going to start tying my thread more backwards. My dubbing is on, and you'll see only there my dubbing start catching or covering the hook shank. And now I'm already at the back there. I don't bulk it up on the end, on the back end there, but I taper it sort of forward. Just tapering that fly forward. The ice dub, the UV ice dub black, it's not a very easy dubbing to use because it is quite coarse. So if it looks a little bit scruffy or a little bit roughy, then don't worry too much about it. I sometimes think the more scruffy and roughy it looks, the more the yellowfish eats it. So yeah, just gonna build that up nicely. Okay, and now I'm gonna rib it anti-clockwise. Just add my ribbing there, sort of equal turns. Tie that off So it's not the most prettiest fly, I would say, but it is really, really, really effective. And now we're going to add the purple. The purple iced up, just for the thorax. And I think the 3 colors you're getting in this fly really triggers those yellow fish. We're tying it off. We've tied it off. Now you'll see the thread is hanging straight downwards. Well, what you do now is take your thread and go anti-clockwise, basically backwards, up there, backwards, and pull it, and you'll see it's gonna set that thread. You'll see it in the camera, how it's sort of set inside that bead, and it sort of grabs everything together, and that you don't have to put any glue on it or anything. It sort of pulls into the other thread and it will not come loose. And then just cut that off. You can now brush it out a little bit if you want. And just trim the top side of it. Guys, there we've got it. That is a extremely easy fly to tie. Like I say, if it comes out with a dubbing, if you use that dubbing and it comes out a little bit roughish, then yeah, don't worry too much about it. The fish will eat it. They love it. I think the more fish you start catching on it, the more the fish just want to eat it. And hope you've guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, please give us a like and subscribe if you want to see more of fly fishing content. We hope to give you some really good information, and yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good one. Cheers.